What's good, everybody? It's Amon-Rellik, the God Slayer, Amon-Rellik Gaming. We're back, and you know what it is. Final Fantasy 14. Just a little catch up. If you guys noticed, if you have been looking down here in my previous videos, I had a whole bunch of stuff in here, and they were all basically armor carvers. I just went to my summoning bell, summoned my retainer, and I basically put all that stuff in storage. But I needed to. Right now, my item level is 385. I ended up coming across a little bit of a better helmet than I had on, and I needed to change around my meld because as I got a new weapon that gave me a ton of skill speed and a helmet that did as well. I was able to actually get my my cooldown down to 2 minutes and 30 for my global cooldown. So, or 2.3 seconds. So that is good. Because at first I was sitting at 2.34. So now that I got it down to that, that's nice. Since they changed Delirium for Dark Knight, where now it's no longer based on how much time I have in order to spam my blood spiller. Instead, I only get basically 3 times to do it, and then Delirium goes away. So I don't really need skill speed as much anymore. I mean, I still need it for this, for blood weapon. I still need it for that though, to get my MP back whenever I'm casting things like Blackest Night and stuff like that. And of course, for Edge of Shadow, when Blackest Night doesn't give me a free one. So I've gotten that taken care of. I've focused more now. I had a lot of direct hit. I had a lot of that just to try and keep myself from missing. But I was like, let me test out a good crit based taking the style where I just focus more on crit and of course my skill speed to be able to get moves off. Because at the end of the day, my job is to so much as keep hate, not to be the biggest damage dealer, but at the same time I was noticing that a lot of my moves were not critting. Like, just I was going like long periods of time in the fight without critting, and I didn't like that because, you know, again, direct hit slightly lets you deal more damage, but just going for straight crits will give me a more significant damage boost, you know. So you know, that's another thing too. I wanted to make sure that I could, you know, still contribute well to the fight in terms of damage. So with that little overview being done, let's head on to the story. Let's continue that on. Let's get more of the story out of the way. We defeated the Night Warden, or the Light Warden. So we got nighttime here now finally. And there's a lot of people trying to get this done. You are returned and unharmed, I see. Indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin Eater would make such a difference. As our numbers waned, so did our hope that the ruins where we have devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. And yet, here you are, the allies of whom we have waited these many centuries. And with your arrival came to the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of the Vis, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Runka, you have our deepest thanks. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Cortana Ravel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one for which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must not fall into the wrong hands. Is Runar still here? You know, we escorted him back to Slitherbow shortly after you set out. If you will return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they will be glad of your company. Thank you, Ahmed. I look forward to a day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then. All right. It's time to head back to Slitherbow. Time to head back to Slitherbow. Oh no. Oh no. We gotta head back to Slitherbow. Oh. My nose. Oh, my nose. Okay. Ugh. Alright, we'll make sure that's on. I make sure that stays on all the time. Alright. Slitherbow. I could have just teleported there. Teleport! Teleport! Yeah, guys, I'm trying to catch up. There's some people I used to play the old Final Fantasy 11 with, and I'm trying to catch up to where they are, and so you know I'm basically speeding through the game a little bit faster than normal. I'm skipping a lot of like the regular side stuff and going straight through the story, which is why my item level, like the last quest we did, it capped the item level at 409, I think, and I'm not even 400. So I've always expected for there to be like a little bit of fall off in like damage or defense. But the fact that I haven't been able to crit as normally as I could like earlier in my gameplay, yeah, that let me know I needed to do some readjusting. Not much, but I had to do some. Runar!
Ah, you are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes. The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of Shadow. The warriors of darkness. The saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong. But we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say. But please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we would hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark, this I swear.
Arbor. All right, let's keep moving. Stola! You cannot help but feel something is bothering you, Stola. Though it pains me to leave, at this time I return with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. What you need? What you need, Stola? Lord Zoo. Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Raktika Falls, I fear they proved true, so I must share them with you. From the first when we met at Fort Gone, your ether has appeared tainted, suffused with an overabundance of light, not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I feared the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Heidelin's blessing. Rather, it was absorbed into your being. Oryanje also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater. Greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray and inform me at once. You should hurry before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things here, I will join you. All right. So we are finally heading back to the Crystarium. We took one last patrol of the perimeter. All things considered, Slitherbow remains safe, relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery. And with the night sky return, their prayers have at last been answered. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I would not deny there is a part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years I have lived with the Blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. I but pray I did honor to it. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium. To the Crystarium. There we go. Handsome girl. Handsome chick. All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alphinaud and Alizé have yet to arrive. But where is the exarch? Now, friends, 'tis good to see you all again. My friends! Alphinaud, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you've brought word of the warden hiding in Raktika. Yeah, I put a sword through it. Bound and slain, you say? I should have known. Ilmor has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Norvrand to defend them. I am glad to see their efforts were wasted on the Great Wood. Speaking of Yulmor, what came of your meeting with Valthree? Yes, about it. About that. It proved to be... Ugh. Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you're all tired as well, having traveled so far. Why don't we all take a much needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same. After your clash with the warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It is settled then. We reconvene after everyone has had time to settle in. Gotta go to bed, apparently. Gotta go to bed. Gotta go to sleepy sleeps. Gotta get some sleepy sleeps. Golly. Welcome back. Return from a lengthy excursion, I take it. Your room has been made already. You care to retire? Very good. I pray you sleep. I pray you sound asleep and pleasant dreams. Spell speed.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
I must stay the course for the others.
True enough. Packing up and going home isn't really an option, is it? If you don't face the music here, it'll only come and find you there.
That's right.
Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will? Let's pay him no mind. Lies the Ascian stock in trade. Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, it felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
Meanwhile, in Garlemald.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear?
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there is work to be done.
All this espionage and...
These bloodless games make for poor sport.
Yo, that's a katana wearing centurion. Xenos.
Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend. I know not what entertainment occupies you, but if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
Yeah, nobody else wields a katana. Yeah. What the hell? It's time to move. Yeah, we gotta get up. Judging by his countenance, the manager of suites has ill tidings for you. As I expect that you might be awake, I would scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of sin eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Hell no! I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be any less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Zadra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace and companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you were to offer succor to those there. We gotta go. We gotta go. Few townsfolk are about, and you spied no one who appears to be in distress. Alice, I've only just returned from Amon-Rellik, yet I find the Crystalium moments from being beset by sin eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. This is a fortunate coincidence. Tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier on the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed in the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands will be better than 1. Very well. I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western 2? They're in sandstone platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. Gotta get these shields up. Oh, it's these. I have no idea how it functions. It appears it activated the device successfully. All right, we're heading to the next one.
Senator sighted! They're coming!
Hero run! Hero run!
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarian, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
All right. I can actually put this, we ought to join the Vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. See? Level 76? 409 is the item level. But I don't have that. But that's okay. We're gonna get through this. I think I'm at 385, so I'm not that far off. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. Crusader forces are engaging the Seniors at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Seniors before they are decimated. Boy, this music, boy.
Let's give it our all.
Let's do it. Hey.
Help is at hand. Leave the healing to me.
Yeah, you see that them crits are coming out a little bit more regularly now. Yeah, because them crits are coming out a whole lot more regularly now. Okay. It is heavily feared. It's death. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide.
On your feet!
There you go. When Chris was coming out then. Oh no!
There are so many.
When that light comes out, it takes people.
Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
Go, Tancred!
This one is mine!
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Run! Run, damn you!
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it!
Please let this work. Please let this work. No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Holy shit. Oh,
Why did you
man.
spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy? Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
We fight for those who cannot. Damn. When it rains, it pours, boy. It seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain, anyway. All right, guys. That was an action-packed one right there. Amon-Rellik, God Slayer. Amon-Rellik Gaming. And the next one we'll be going on to Word from on High. We out.